See, 24 after 10 a.m. New Zealand Standard Time and 11.2 degrees. It's not the warmest, I've got to be honest with you, but it's gonna heat up real quick because believe me, we have a Galaxy artist waiting for an interview. Believe me, you're gonna love this. Better do this first though. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Got to welcome everybody on board this morning. Thank you for joining us here live on Gas today. We're catching up with a very good friend of ours, Jola Recchioni, coming out of, yes, good old London town. And want to say a very, very special hi to Stephen Foster as well. Absolutely love your work, sir, I really do. In the meantime, let's kick it off here. As Jola Recchioni and the Sorceress.
Hello.
That will be right there with you very shortly, darling. We really will. This latest album you've got, it's called Surrender to the Blues, is that right?
Yes, that's my newest. Surrender to the Blues.
Nice.
Yes, that's it.
I'm going to get you
to... It's the third one.
You're going to have to pop one of those in the mail for me, okay?
Yeah, I will. Yes.
Awesome. Sign it to me.
Oh, yeah, okay, of course. Yes.
Oh, dear. How's everybody going this morning? We good? Yep. Awesome. Put my notes in the magic window. There we go. So I take it it's not raining over there.
No, it's quite hot. But it's a drop tomorrow to 24, so it'll be quite pleasant.
Yeah, 24 is a nice temperature. It really is.
Yes, it's just typical English summer at its best. 24. People don't want really more. If they want more, they go to Spain. Yeah.
Believe me, I know what it's like. I was talking to a friend of mine in India the other day. It's 28 degrees in the winter.
Oh.
Yeah, because we're about to head there very, very shortly, and it's just coming out of winter into summer period, so gosh only knows what it's going to be like through the summer.
Yes, it's very, very hot.
Yeah, well, I was talking to a friend of mine in Dubai. It was 112 degrees F. No, that's ridiculous. It's just way too hot. But you see, Kiwis, we're funny kind of people. We're only happy 3 days either side of summer.
Yeah. Well, we only have here 3 days of summer,
Oh well, enjoy your 3 days worth. I think for the next week we're going to be rained out. In fact, we've had a weather warning. Yeah, for the upper north, and Tasman and Marlborough looking at actually getting some really heavy stuff over the next week or so. I think we're going to be raining until Sunday. Barbara will be happy.
I am.
Yep.
From the bathtub up.
Yeah, she'll be able to make sure the swimming pool's full.
Yeah.
Yola, I see in the news this morning that scientists have released an article saying that the swimming pools on the Titanic are still full.
Oh yes, okay. Yes, I expect that.
Kind of, eh? Yeah. Well, I thought it was funny anyway. My voice in my head's going, not funny.
No. New jokes.
New jokes?
Well, we have to laugh. What can we do? Yes.
Well, with a place like this, everybody laughs. We've got about 50 seconds to go, and then we'll go live to the desk. And Yola, I got to say thank you so much for joining us.
Oh yes, of course. Thank you. You know, it's you don't have to thank me. It's a great honor for me to be interviewed by you.
Oh,
You
well,
know, it's fantastic.
believe
And
me.
I'd like to thank you for playing my songs. You know, yes, I feel very, very honored.
Well, believe me, we will go live in about 20 seconds. Yeah, Ian, thank you. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Big, long, silent bit there, guys. Yeah, more coffee. All right, gotcha. You're right here at Galaxy, and this morning we're talking to a very good friend of ours coming out of good old London town. Yes, we're talking to Jola Recchioni. Jola, welcome back to Galaxy.
Hello, yes, hello. And it's very nice to be interviewed by you. Hello to all listeners and viewers. Yes, we have a full summer here in London.
Yeah, believe me, I've heard it's getting up there right now. What, about 33 degrees?
Yes, yes. So it's actually quite hot for England. We
Yeah,
normally have about 22, 24. That's ideal.
yep.
Yes.
And very few days of cloudless in England as
Yes,
well, you know.
indeed. Yes, indeed.
So, very
So we had
interesting.
it for a few days. It's going down from tomorrow, I think.
Fair
Yes.
enough, too. Believe me, I used to live in Piccadilly, so I understand fully what it's like. I really, really do. Yola, very, very humbled to have you back. I am such a big fan of your music. I really, really am.
Oh,
And
thank you very much. You know.
you seem to have made a special connection with the noise, the audience around the world, and they just keep asking for you. They really, really do. They're not shy about asking for you. And I want to say on their behalf, it's an absolute pleasure to see you in the breakfast show pretty much every morning.
Yes, I'm so happy. You know, I'm feeling honored that you know you play my songs. You know that's great. That's really great. Yes.
Well,
I mean,
believe me, we only play the best, and the noise is not shy about asking for your music. Now, we opened up with the Sorceress. This is an interesting item, it really, really is. Tell me a little bit about it.
yes. Well, that's again one of those songs that came to my mind immediately. I work with a very mysterious, I have two or three songs I've done with a very mysterious guy, Gregory Perrin, and he used to send me a few riffs, few guitar riffs, melody and thing, and one of them was Sorceress. And when I heard it, just the main riff, I already started to imagine how I can build around it, and it was kind of mysterious. I just had this theme immediately. I just had it immediately. So when that happens, I'm very eager to collaborate. And I said, yes, yes, I like this riff. I obviously build up around it to accommodate the verses and the chorus. But I had this in my head, something mysterious. You know, this woman in the forest. Who could it be? A sorceress, you know. So yes, that was. So I constructed the song around that riff because it just spoke to me that way, you know. Yeah, they just songs just do sometimes, and when they do, I kind of know I have to write it then and there. Yes.
You know, I love inspiration. I really, really do. And when stuff comes to me, well, I'm not a writer and I'm not a singer by any shot at all. Believe me, Yoli, well, I sing tenor or 12 miles away from anybody that can hear me. Literally. But I tell you what, I've started. as the last time I spoke to you, I says, listen, you know, I'm changing my playlist in my car and I'm putting some of your tracks in there. Well, believe me, since the last time we spoke, my friend, I think I've put in pretty much everything you've given me. I absolutely love all your work. I really do. But I really would love to know,
Oh, thank you very much.
what's the story behind OU Blues Tunes?
Yes, that's somehow it's just slightly about me, you know. I wanted the tune is actually not very much like me because it's it goes quite a bit into country, you know, all your blues tunes, country. But I was sort of hoping, well, it's going to be a country blues. There's still some obviously blues, and the theme is blues. So yeah, so it is about myself. In a way, you know, I have to come across the ocean, which I did, you know, and basically, if you want to really hear the blues, I was hoping if you go down there to Mississippi and have a few whiskeys in one of those little bars in the middle of nowhere, you might hear, who knows, Robert Johnson. You know, you might hear Robert play Big Mama singing, and maybe Stevie Ray Vaughan, and I might even sing within my dreams, obviously. But yes, that kind of thing came to me, like full of hope, full of this girl from Poland, nothing to do with Mississippi and with, if you like, proper blues roots, who really would like to sing blues perhaps her own way. Yeah, so I imagine if I went there, maybe I would get the spirit of it. Maybe I would get the spirit of it. And that's how I ended. I hope I get there one day. I haven't been there yet.
You never know.
But I hope I will. I hope I will, and I'll check it out. Whether I can have a few whiskeys and hear Robert Johnson somewhere, you know, in my head. You can probably hear anything after a few whiskeys.
Absolutely. And I recommend going down the Mississippi in the old paddle boat as well. That fantastic trip.
Yes. That's why I imagined that, and in my little video to go with the song, I put that paddle boat on going through Mississippi actually, because that's like a few pictures that appear in my head when you think about Mississippi. The paddle boat, definitely.
Exactly.
So that's why I have it in my video. Yes.
Yep, I totally understand. And of course, legally, I think we're only about 97 days away from anywhere by paddle boat. You can join us here in New Zealand. There you. Here is Jola Recchioni and OU Blues Tunes. How are we feeling, sweetie? You okay?
Yes. It's actually it's very well received, this tune. It's got a nice guitar solo, and in my video I put those totally modern young girls who probably dance to rap, not to this kind of music, trying to do their moves to the country blues, you know, which is quite funny, but it somehow kind of fits.
Nice,
you know?
Nice. Well, I enjoyed it anyway, I've got to be honest. I really do enjoy it. Coming up next, of course, Ride Our Love Chariot. And then we're going to do Femme Fatale, and we'll wrap it up with Mean Looking Mama. Now, I'm loving all your new stuff right now. Got another one in the can in the near future we might be able to release?
Oh yes, I definitely would like to send your way the title song of the album, which is Surrender to the Blues. And that is really, obviously rooted in blues, but it's kind of going into the rock ballad as well.
Yeah.
You know? So it's a blues rock going into a rock ballad. It's basically a song about how we often choose our music we listen to in a moment, depending how we feel in that moment. But also, the song is about how music can put us in appropriate mood. And all we can do is just loosen up and surrender to it. Shut out
Absolutely.
the outside world and just go into it. And that's what that song is about, yes.
You
And I
know,
think it will be liked, yes, when you get it, yes.
believe me, I fully understand. I really, really do. And I love your rockier stuff. I've got to be honest.
Yes, I try to have a few, but I always end up maybe on one or two like more classical blues or swaying that way songs.
Mhm.
But then I always end up rocking up my blues.
Exactly.
So yeah.
I love it. I do. That's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. And this morning, we're all the way over there in London talking to our very, very good friend, Jola Recchioni. Now, we've known Jola for, a little bit of time, and she never fails to absolutely excite me in music. She really, really doesn't. Now, I've been asked,
Oh, thank you.
can you refresh our memory? Now, as a fan, how do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? X?
Yes, I'm definitely, yes. So I think the biggest presence is on YouTube, where all my videos are to all my songs. And of course, on YouTube Music, if you subscribe to that, all my records are there, all my albums. But also Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, all the streaming platforms. If you look for Jola Recchioni or particular album or a song, say like Ride Our Love Chariot, it will be there. I try to normally choose the titles that other people didn't choose. If I can,
That
if I can,
that's not
change it
easy.
slightly. So when you type the title, you should get it hopefully. But then, of course, yes, I'm on social media and I'm on Facebook. Again, Jola Recchioni, if you type in there, you should find me. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, on all those platforms. Yes, I'm there. But I think probably I post most definitely to YouTube and from the social platforms, probably Facebook
Fair
the
enough.
most.
Fair enough. And believe me, you can't go wrong. Go and check out all the videos. They're brilliant. They really, really are. Having said that,
Yeah.
my friend, I think we should talk about the title of your latest album. And believe me, absolutely loving it. But how did you come to surrender to the blues?
Um, Basically because that's one of my songs. That's the last song on my album. And I thought, yeah, it would be a great title. And it's kind of my development, if you like. My first album was Wrong Time. That's basically this woman. She starts her singing career at this point of her life. It possibly is the wrong time, but also it was one of the songs there. Again, with the same guy with whom I collaborated on The Sorceress, Wrong Time. That's his music, and I wrote the lyrics and sing actually. So there is a song called Wrong Time. And my second album was Gone to Find My Blues, and that was it's basically, if you'd like, it's a further development. I've done the first album, and now I'm gone, and I'll try to experiment more, find more songs, and we have obviously here On the Sunny Side, that's from my second album. It ain't the place for you. And then quite a few songs that you were playing, the Sorceress. So I think it was a very, very valid album, because Sorceress is almost pure rock. There are some blues elements, and I remember when Sorceress came from production, I was like, oh, no, you need to put some blues flakes in there. I told my producer who plays the guitar, no, I want some guitar blues flakes there. I still want to pretend that it's a blues song. Oh, it was very much a rock song, but I thought, yes, it is a blues rock, heavily into rock, but it's a blues rock.
Well,
So that's the title. I just thought, going to find my blues, I went into the blues. Whereas this new one, if you like, yeah, I'm reconciled myself now to the fact, and I would like to surrender to the blues, to the music that comes to my head, basically,
well,
And
believe,
and yes,
believe
and
me,
it's again, it's a title song, and I thought that's a good title for an album,
but
So
you just took the words out of my mouth, actually. I was going to say it's a great title for your album. And Yola, don't stop doing what you're doing. We love everything about it. Now, tell me.
I'm not. I'm already 3 songs into my fourth one.
There you
You
go.
know.
Absolutely love that. Ride Our Love Chariot. Tell us a little bit about this track.
Yes, that's all mine. I kind of. It's a funny thing with me. I might be sitting in my bed in the morning with my first coffee, and suddenly just things come to me. I wrote a few lines one day, and I come back to them, and wham, and there goes the whole song. I think it was. Because I had a few slower songs that I recorded, and I thought, no, I want a good rhythmic song that can be even danced to, that can be a bit funny, like exuberance of love. What would it be? It would feel like riding a love chariot through the galaxies and stars. That's basically love at its best. I think because I've done it after Welcome to the Mundane, which was quite the opposite of what can happen to love after a time. So I thought, no, I want something exuberant now, and that's how it became. The exact moment, that's the thing with me. I will just create it, and as soon as it came to me, it just goes away. So I now cannot even remember, was there any particular thing that I saw. I only know that I wanted a very rhythmic song, and song about good side of love after Welcome to the Mundane, which was a bit, kind of uh, dramatic in the opposite direction. So
You know,
that was
I get it. I
what it was.
really, really do. And in fact, I love playing it in my car as well. Joining us live today at Galaxy 107 FM is Jola Recchioni, coming out of course, good old
Yay!
London town. Ride Our Love Chariot. How are we feeling, sweetie? We okay?
Yes. Still about the love chariot. What I also wanted is exactly to have that rhythm as if galloping horses.
Yeah.
That's what I try to almost have my music to be visual where I can. In that sense, yes, that's going to be like galloping horses, yes, yes.
I get it. I really do, especially with the
Get
guitars.
the feeling through rhythm, and that was my idea behind it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I understand. I really do. And today, yes, we're talking to Jola Recchioni coming out of London, good old London town. Believe me, it's been a while since I've been there, and it's nice to have such a talented artist with us. I feel spoiled.
Oh, thank you very much.
I
You
feel
know, I'm
small.
very honored because I hear such great tracks, you know, and I think, oh God, and I'm among them, oh God, yeah. But that's so good because people are really good, the people you play during your program. You know, I'm amazed the quality of artists.
Well,
So yeah, it feels good to be among them, you know.
Yola, we
Yes.
only play the best in the world. We're very, very proud of that. And, well, the fans have spoken, literally. And we don't call them fans, we call them the noise because they make a noise. They really are not shy, they're really not. So every morning, we're about 1:30 in the morning. You see, I come into work maybe about 9:30 at night. I go to my office, but as I go to my office, I got to go past reception, and Sarah leaves out 3 little USB devices for me. One's to let me know how we performed for the day, stats, stuff like that. The next one is basically bills and everything I have to pay. You know what I mean? Including wages when it's payday,
They
stuff
never
like that.
leave you, no, no. No.
And the third one is simply called noise. And I take that one down to production, plug it into the machines, all the stats and everything comes up. We whack that through the basically through the blender, and it creates the morning breakfast show based on how
Oh,
many requests per artist per song. It's and that's what I play every morning. Is what the computer or what we call Otto is chosen for us.
oh. Well, it's good. Good for me then.
Hold on, darling.
Mm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. And today, very, very humbled to be chatting to a very, very talented young lady by the name of Jola Recchioni coming out of London. And believe me, it is very, very humbling to have this young lady with us. But we're also going to officially now release 2 brand new songs. And believe me, I'm absolutely loving this. First of all, Femme Fatale. Believe me, this is a fantastic piece of work. Tell me all about it.
Really, I'm glad you like it. Well, I actually consciously chose this subject because on each of my albums, I like to have that kind of mystery a bit, you know, and some kind of. And I thought, I had Sorceress on my second album, on this one, Gone to Find My Blues. So I thought, right, right. I want something. I really want something, you know, to something mysterious, dramatic a bit, and somehow this theme, you know, of a woman for whom all the men will be falling, you know. Theme of femme fatale. Yes, that she's so alluring. And I also made the video for it. So I'm not regarding myself to be that alluring, to be femme fatale. She's obviously slim, very suave, with that fedora hat, and yeah. So and I thought, and I imagined the scene. What would it be? How would she be? She's coming out to look for her new man, and she's entering the bar, and everything falls silent, and every man is just looking at her because that's her power, that's the tool. And that was the story of femme fatale. She will draw you, whoever she chooses, she'll just look at him, and basically he's hers. But her love won't last forever, as you know, as I think, as it has to end because she's femme fatale. So at some point that love will end. And one day she'll be on the lookout for her new lover, for her new man, with a fist of dollars, of course, because that is important for femme fatale. She's got her standards to be upkept, and you know, and all that. So yeah, so that's the theme. I thought at the end, how do I want to end? Here's femme fatale. It's a French term, So I want to add something little French at the end, just a little thing. Why is she so seductive? Pourquoi? Je ne sais quoi. You know, I don't know, but she is. So yes, I wanted to go into that theme. It's just, and that's what came out. A bit dramatic, a little story. I like to tell a story in my songs. So you see her walking, you see her entering the bar, or at least to start with, to put the listener almost imagine a scene happening. The same with Sorceress. You imagine I went to the dark forest. And then the song can follow in whatever direction, but I like to put something visual into the song, at least to start with. Yes.
You know, I fully understand. I get it too. And, the vision I've got, literally, way back, the 30s style with the straight seams up the stockings, stuff like that, as you see the legs walking into the bar. Anyway, moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, for the very first time, we're going to officially release Femme Fatale. Yeah, it was a vision I had.
Thank you.
It really was.
I think I like Yola's one.
Oh, okay, really? That's...
Real imagined.
We've got 174 countries tuned in.
Out of 195.
Out of 195 countries, that's not too bad. And 2,017 cities out of 4,000 plus cities. Yola, you're popular.
Yeah, yes. Well, I hope I'll get even more popular, yes.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm happy about it. It's always when you create a song, you want people to listen to it, That's the idea. That's the idea for me.
Fair enough. Yeah, I've got a couple more to put on there. I really do. That weather sounds tragic
It's
outside.
raining.
The weatherman wasn't wrong.
Oh,
Hate it when the weatherman isn't wrong. I like to make fun of the weatherman.
Yeah, I can hear it now.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you are out and about here in the Bay of Plenty, please, A, turn your lights on, make it click, check your tyres, make sure they're roadworthy, and of course roads are going to be slippery. Keep an eye out for surface flooding as well. We want you to get to your destination safely, right? We do. That's good old Uncle Grant's speech. Oh dear. Right. And how was the launch on it on the 27th? Did it go well?
yes. I was surprised. I kind of, within the first minute, there were already a few streams of the album. So I was just like going to bed at midnight. And midnight Thursday, which was 1 second after midnight, was already Friday. And that's the release day, British time. They were already streaming it. So I was like, oh, wow, great.
Nice.
But yes, you always.
We were giving it a couple of plugs as well, if you know what I mean. So.
Yeah, I won't say no to it. No,
Well.
Definitely.
That one's out cold.
Hard night.
Say again?
Hard night.
Hard night? Of course it's a hard night. She's got to put up with me all night. She really does.
They're talking about the dog.
Yes, we're talking about Casey, the dog. He's getting on in age these days, I've got to admit, but
Oh.
When I registered her yesterday, they asked her, she's still alive.
She's still alive. Yes, she was around on the Ark. With me, I was working the local radio on the Ark.
Yeah, with all the ants and the stuff, yeah.
Well, the
They
thing
had to
is,
save this. They just not the animals. They really had to save the insects too.
I'm not even
but we
going
put the
down
mosquitoes
that
on there, come
road
on.
because it's dark and dingy and it could get very controversial.
Right,
But,
back to Yola.
Yeah, back to somebody pretty. There we go.
Mm.
I'm loving the necklace, Yola.
Yes, and imagine it was so cheap actually. I found it. I don't know whether you have this app in New Zealand called Vinted.
I wouldn't have a
And
clue.
now and then you get little gems like I don't know for £2-3.
Nice, nice. Hang on there,
Yeah.
sweetie.
We don't even have time.
Go to the desk. Yeah, you're allowed to play it. Whoa! You guys surprise the heck out of me all the time. They really, really do, and try and do really weird things like hold the triggers off for a little while and then turn the volume up. You know what I mean? And make things really, really difficult. They really do. And of course, today we're talking to Jola Recchioni coming out of London. Yes, the real London, not the one in Canada at all. You know, we're, you know, the real place. It's got the bridge. Really has a tower or something as well. Believe me. And of course, don't forget on April Fool's Day, I was sending everybody there to watch the washing of the lions, which would have been rather amusing if anybody had it turned up. But, you know, that's life, isn't it? Welcome back. You sort of froze there for a couple of minutes there, Yola. Now, I was talking to you about your necklace. This is a very, very nice little item you've got there.
Yeah, little hippie necklace, and actually quite cheap. Found on Vinted, which is an app where people sell unwanted, secondhand, everything basically. And I did find quite a few of my little necklaces there. You know, they literally cost a few pounds, £2-3. I can't remember that's all. But you know, it's got a fancy hippie vibe to it, so yes, I like it.
Absolutely. And I see Barbara was having a close look at it as well, so believe me, I think she's got an eye for good jewellery as well. In the meantime, just recently, over the last, I think number of hours, to be very honest with you, we've got in a brand spanking new song. I think we've only played it once here so far, and it has caused a sensation, I've got to be honest. Mean Looking Mama Takes No Prisoners. So, are you the real deal, honey? Tell me about this.
That's my question to men. That's my. I think you are because as I say, I want a full of spirit man. You know, and I'm not sure if you saw the video. Probably not yet. But it was specially made. There are various men and that mean-looking mafia mama in it. They really make me look mean in that video. Yes, and there are advances from a few guys, and each one ends up in a bad way because they are not the real deal. You know, one is very muscular, but he's not the real deal. You know, he's not a full of spirit man. That's what I want, a real man.
There you go.
So yeah, that's the song. It's a quite, I would say, rough and tough song. And I was a bit worried how it will be received from, totally different to say, oh, you blues tunes, totally. But I like songs like that. Oh, it's that hard-hitting blues rocked up, you know. that rhythm, that kick. Others, for some people, might be a touch too hard. And in fact, one of the comments on the video, which is also just a few days out there on YouTube, some guy asked me, "Are you crazy?" And I wanted to reply, "Yeah, hell yeah." But I just said, "Oh, I'm just playing the character, this character in the video, and I'm kind of acting that character in the way I'm singing as well, as I normally do. I hardly ever just sing. There's perhaps a few songs that I just sing, nice tune or whatever, as the people may think, or not so nice, but in most of the songs, I do kind of act the character with my voice, or be either very dramatic or like in Mean Looking Mama, quite rough and tough. I'm not taking prisoners. You're either real deal, honey, or don't waste my time. You know.
I love that.
So that's this kind of song. This kind of song, yeah.
I absolutely love that, Yola. And just between me and you, I think you're a wonderful kind of special, really, I do.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes. As I say, yes, I love, for me, the singing is also conveying something, a
Yeah.
feeling or a character or a story. That was a story of Mean Looking Mama, actually. And that's how I needed to sing it, rough and tough.
I have seen the
You
video,
know.
I have, and believe me, I loved it. I really did. So we'll wrap it up after this. And Yola, I've got to say thank you for joining us. It's been such a pleasure catching up.
Oh,
Believe me,
pleasure for me.
I would love to.
Pleasure for me, Grant, yes.
I would love
Total
to have you
pleasure.
back again. I really, really would in the near future. So let's not lose touch with each other, okay?
Definitely, definitely. Yes, there'll be more things coming your way.
Nice,
Yes.
nice. I look forward to that. I really do. And I would love to be able to take these with me over to India, if that's okay. Put it into their
Oh,
playlist as well.
absolutely. Yes, yes, yes.
Brilliant.
Yes, I hope to gain some fans and followers in India. That would be great.
Yes, and
It's such a big music market, and I think it's slightly unappreciated here in the West, or not yet appreciated enough in the West.
do
Yeah,
you know, Yola, and I've struck this in every country in the world, including here in New Zealand, you've got to go offshore to be recognised. Otherwise, the locals don't know who the hell you are.
Yes, yes, yes.
Isn't that weird?
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah,
seriously.
definitely.
It's just freaky. It really is. I'd be very honoured to be able to play this in India. I really would. So I'm looking forward to when we get over there, of course, lining up a few interviews and stuff like that. You never know, we might have you on the list for doing an interview straight out of Bangalore on the new radio station.
Oh, that would be great. Fantastic, yes.
We'll have to see how things go with Barbara and all of her associates over there that are going to be working as Barbara's PAs. Yeah, it's going to be busy. It really is. And of course, it's only going to be a couple of weeks now before we get over there, so things are progressing quite nicely now. So.
Oh, I bet it's a massive amount of work for both of you in recent weeks.
Well, in recent
I
weeks,
mean-
it's picked up momentum, I will admit that, but it's been 2 years since we first had this put together. I mean, we had no idea that, we thought we were going over to India to host a 3-night festival, not to talk business and build radio stations, but that's what's happened.
Well, there you go.
That's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. I was just looking in your notes there, Yola, about private parties listening to records someone managed to bring in from abroad. I remember those days. I go way back to even the 78s with the big hole in the centre, if you remember those records. But we had to get music in from somewhere else to be able to listen to some good stuff. Otherwise, we were stuck with the national program, which
Yes,
yeah,
we made a big occasion of it when we did.
yeah.
Yes, we did, definitely. There was a reason for a party. We all were there. Oh, we've got a new Deep Purple, new Black Sabbath record. Someone managed to bring it, from England or from Germany to behind the Iron Curtain. And that was the reason for a party. And in those days, we had parties and at friends' homes. That's how it was.
I get it.
We
Believe
played
me.
it, we danced, we listened, we tried to translate it. That was the whole thing going about it. Not only just to listen, but basically to live that album.
Yeah, believe me, I fully understand. I remember those days myself. Literally, I think my wife had a bootleg copy of Pink Floyd back in the day as well. What was it, Dark Side of the Moon? Amagama. Okay, Amagama, way back in the days. I think it was about 6 weeks before it even arrived here in New Zealand legally. She was playing at the parties downstairs, so I remember those days indeed. I really do. Yola, we are going to have to move on right now, and I got to say thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me on your great show. And as I said, I'm very honored that you want to play my songs, and I hope that all listeners like them. And yes, and I hope more of them are coming. My inspiration doesn't leave me. At the moment, seems all right. Things are buzzing around in my head. Hopefully, yes.
That basically means that maybe, just maybe, you'll come back for another interview in the near future.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. If you invite me, I'll definitely come back. Yes.
Absolutely stunning. Don't go anywhere because Barbara's going to want to take a few pickies and bits and pieces. And of course, as you know, she'll throw it into a movie and you'll probably get that tomorrow at some stage. But
yes.
Absolutely got to say thank you. Also, thank you to Stephen Foster. You do such a great job. You really, really do. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, and, definitely. It's great to be promoted by him, yeah.
Yeah, and I've got to say hi to Mitch in the background as well. And thank you for joining us. So, today, Gas was performed by Jola Recchioni, coming out of good old London town. You're right here at Galaxy. Have a very happy and successful day. Join myself and Barbara between 5:30 in the morning and 10 for the breakfast show. Can't go wrong. 100% best indie artists in the world.
Hey.